Hello guys, Nigel here from Nigel's Modelling Bench with a book review for you today. And on the front here we can see we've got the Abraham Squad magazine. Now if you haven't heard of Abraham Squad, they're made by PLA Editions, they're a Spanish company. Really high quality magazines, very glossy paper, and they tend to sort of feature builds. And you can see here we've got this this BM21. Okay, so there's a picture of the finished model. It's on a diorama. If I have got reflection here, I'm really sorry. I've tried the best with my lights. Reflective paper is awful for reviews, fantastic for you, the buyer, because you get a quality product. But as you can see here, what they do, they start off with a finished model and then they're showing you how this was built up. They're telling you all the parts that are used, the aftermarket, all the painting stages, all the weathering stages, exactly how it was done. You can see the products they've used, and they go through, tell you how to weather the wheels, and it's very much like the MIG Productions, but the beauty of these is they are not affiliated to any one company. So like if you look at that book I just reviewed, the or showed you the how to model IDFs, every single product in that book is MIG Ammo Productions. So if you don't like using MIG, then you know you're stuck. Now here we've got Revell Paint, we've got AK here, we've got Vallejo there. So you can see that all the different products they're using, they're mentioning Tamiya XF57, so they're not sort of affiliated to anyone. So if you haven't seen it in any of these magazines, go have a look, get yourself one or two. They really are brilliant. They're really heavy paper all the way through, really glossy, absolutely brilliant. They've got features about real things, they've got great advertisement in them, they've got features about real things, real vehicles, builds, adverts. Really good. Go take a look. Now these guys have seen my channel growing, and through Bear Hobbies, if you haven't seen Bear Hobbies, go take a look at his channel. Does some lovely Russian stuff. They've contacted me and have sent me a couple of samples to review on the channel, and hopefully you guys will go and buy them and they'll send me some more, because I'll be honest, I love them. I've got two books here to review. Bear in the Mud, which is modelling the Russian armour in Eastern Europe, and we've got Trident Juncture, which is 2018 NATO exercise. Okay, so you can see here we're including the Leopard, the STRV, Leopardo, Leopard 2A5, T72 and so on, and it's the Abraham Squad, and it's the references number 5. I will give you ISBN numbers and stuff at the end, so we can see we go over and they're advertising the Bear in the Mud book there. So going through, this is basically all reference shots, so there's nothing really about modelling in here. This is more of a reference book. I'm not going to go through every page, but you can see we've got an Osprey here coming in, we've got uniforms and handheld ammunition there, we've got another helicopter here. I'm not going to try and pretend what any of these vehicles are, because I'm not really up with my European stuff, but or American stuff either, really, to be honest. But that's an M117, isn't it, I think? And then these are Leopards, I can see that. And then we've got some Hummers. These, that's AAVS, whatever it's called, I love them. There's an M1. Strikers there by the look of things. And you can see we've got some fantastic tank transporters here. Another big helicopter. Really nice stuff. Is that an M188? No, it's built on a Leopard chassis. But yeah, you can see really great shots. This one here I noticed earlier on. If you were shown that photograph quickly, you'd think that's a model, wouldn't you? It's so clean and just green. You'd think it was a model that was just been built. It's not. It's actually the real thing. So yeah, and they're showing the how the bridges work here, floating bridges, which is cool. They've got a little weasel there. Amazing stuff. Really good. Great sort of up close shots. You can see the weathering and how the scratches work, and you can see the hand marks where they've been getting in and out. Normal Mercedes van there with camouflage on it. Going through with more and more stuff. Armoured engineers vehicles, armoured personnel carriers. We've got some more of these now. Is that a... not sure, that looks like the Japanese thing. I can't think what it's called now, but that's what that looks like to me. Of course, oh great, some Land Rovers here, look. Brilliant. like we've got some Land Rovers in there. And yeah, so going forward, more and more stuff. Really, really cool. And then we've got the back, we've got some T72s looking like a dragster, really low down. And if you hear me talking about the Zvezda T90 kit, this is the issue. The Zvezda T90 kit, it's all a bit too tall. So they don't get that sort of very low, slender look that the T90, T72 model has. So yeah, really, really great book. And well worth getting. I can see the price on here is €15. So in the UK, that's going to be about £15. And here's the number here. It's 978412044,935. Okay, so there you go, there's your number there. Alright, so that's that book. So if you're into your Nato stuff and you want some good reference material, there's some really good stuff there. Really, really good stuff. And even for general sort of, you know, modern military armour that hasn't really seen much action, you can see here that they, you know, that's how to model them. Really, really nice. So thank you very much for that one. This book here, I am so excited by this book. I am not a warmonger. I am not promoting the war in Eastern Europe or any of the wars that we've had over recent times. They've been bloody awful. Many people have lost their lives and it's been awful. But the hobby dictates that we make models, and we make models which are accurate, so we depict models in scenes that are accurate, therefore real. So it's unfortunate. Now this book, Modelling the Russian Armour in Eastern Europe, it's called Bear in the Mud. Again, it's from PLA Editions. Again, the Abraham Squad series you can see here. And what they've done is made up a fantastic book here for, it's got both reference pictures in it, it's got modelling projects, weathering, everything. And you can see here we've got the introduction, we've got T90A, Bear in the Mud, we've got a Pion 2S7, which is one of my favourite Russian vehicles. I don't know why I haven't got one. We've got a T55AM in the Georgian War. We've got a 2S9 Nona in the Grozny, wherever the Grozny is. We've got the Ukraine Civil War, Disintegration of Sanity, Even the Strong Get Hurt, and the Battle of Chechnya. So let's have a look through and see what we get. And we can see now this looks like a sort of enhanced photograph to me. And then we've got some more here, and we can see some battle damaged T90s or T72s, are they? We're going through, we've got some more real photos. I mean, look at this action photo here. We've got the oil spatter here from the obviously worn engine. We've got all the detail there on the sprockets and the wheels. Fantastic. Really, really nice stuff. And we can see here all this armour blocks, all different colours, all chipped and weathered and God knows what. So yeah, fantastic, accurate, real-time photos. There we go. Quite amazing. Amazing photography, captured beautifully. And there's that, I can't think what that's called now. I've got one of those in the stash. The 8-wheeled vehicle with 2 V8 engines. It's incredible. There we go. And that looks like the sign that was in that original magazine we looked at. I'm not going to go through every page, but I will go through a lot of them because this book is just so fantastic. You can see here a seriously battle damaged tank. Amazing. Really, really cool. There's a very, very muddy T90. So this is going to be our first project. So there we can see there's the completed project here on the diorama. I assume you're getting some gloss here, so you probably can't see it too good, but there it is. And then here's the model kit. And then we've got the model being built. There it is. It's been in a 3-colour scheme with Tamiya acrylic paints. So he's mixed 3 darker tones, 3 dark tones of green, and then it's all painted. And then we can see here they're showing you This is all the different construction materials used, and they're using colour-coded blocks to show you where the aluminium, rubber, canvas or iron is. And then here we go, adding the weathering and adding the mud to the tank, showing you how he's done that. He's using oils and stuff by the look of it. Beautiful mud effects on the front here. And then a real photograph. And this is the building of the diorama. Another real photograph, T90 climbing in the mud. Another real photograph. You can see here the driver with his face spattered, painting and weathering the figures. Beautiful, really, really nice. Now here we are at the P-on2S7, one of my favourite, absolutely gorgeous vehicle. And here we're going to go, this is the diorama with the nuclear mass on, and I was thinking this is a great way to do figures if you don't like doing faces, or you can't do faces like me. So there's not an inch of flesh on them, so that would be one way to do your figures if you want to. And here we are building the kit, adding some detail, using some aftermarket, no, that's the actual trumpeter photo etch there, adding some wire, aluminium barrel there, talking about the kit and how it goes together and everything, building up and painting the model, adding some frill tracks, building and painting the figures, building the base, and there we can see the finished model, and there we can see some real ones out on practice. We've got T55 here, one of my favourite all-time tanks. There's the kit being built. This is from the Tacom kit, which they say is absolutely superb. Again, we've got metal tracks, and then we've got some weathering, and there's the finished model again. Some more real photos. Got that interesting little sort of bag in the back there, modern times bag. And there we go, some more real photos. Now we're going to do 2S9 in the Grozny. There's the kit being built with some additions and wire and stuff. Painting it Russian green, chipping it, giving it a wash, doing the figure and the tripod. And there we go. Now we've got a truck and a 2S1 Godzika. That's what that's called, I think. So you can see there, going through, got the truck and the actual personnel carrier built up there. Adding a lot of weathering, some spent shells, and then we're doing the figures, and there's a step-by-step of how we paint the figures and everything. Building some buildings from scratch, the materials used, how to do it, how to paint them, how to weather them. As we can see again, we've got more photos of the models, even hard to tell which is real and what's the model there. And then we've got the truck, there's another truck here. Being built up step by step, adding some photo etch, doing all the painting, the paint used, colours used, weathering used. Absolutely gorgeous. Amazing hints and tips. How to do the trees, how to do the buildings and paint the buildings, doing the base here, look. And then there's a real picture there of the truck, and then the model there on the diorama. So, stunning work. And then we got a really nice one here. We've got the Lada Niva there. This is from the front cover, as you can see. And yeah, really, really lovely. That Lada Niva apparently is a resin kit. So building the house, building and painting the house. Quite incredible, using Tamiya putty and baking soda there for something or other. And then we've got the Lada here being built. The Lada is the only kit available on the market from Balaton model kits. It's resin with some PE. It looks like a lovely little model. And then they're building the BTR-AT. They're using a trumpeter kit. They do seem to use a lot of trumpeter in here. And there we go. And finishing up with a picture of the finished diorama there. And then on the back page, some side views of it. Looking really, really nice. So all in all, what a wonderful book. Now, it's not the cheapest book in the world, it's 30 euros, but when you think magazines these days, I mean 30 euros is what, £25? That's the cost of 5 magazines. It's it's a fantastic book. It really is. I would say it's not. It probably is the best book in my collection. I absolutely love it. It's got so much, you know, that not only are there reference pictures and real time, you know, real life pictures that show you some fantastic weathering you can see here, but you've also got the how to do it, you know, how we got this effect, how we did this diorama, the paints we used, the colours we used, the materials we used. You know, like you said, back in here there was something with baking soda and Tamiya putty. I mean, I've got to go back and look what that was all about, because I'm not exactly sure how you do that, you know, or what it's for. You can see here, you know, getting the muddy, dirty floor in the truck. Absolutely awesome, and it's explaining exactly what they've done using dark brown enamel colours. You know, building these buildings from scratch. No one shows you how to do that. Really, really good, and I will be using this book a lot, I can assure you. And I'm really tempted. I want to go and build my. I've got a Meng T90, and I've also got a Takom T55. I want to go and build both of them, because looking at this this armour in here, when we look at this this block armour, that just looks so interesting, and no one does it like this. No one builds the model with the armour like that. And you can see on here the green paint being chipped off the rubber flaps there, and the rust and the mud down here. It's just fantastic. Really is good. And you can see here that even though they're on dirt, there is still bright tracks showing through. So there's a lot of clues and a lot of hints. This oil, that'd be fantastic to try and achieve. Yeah, really, really good book. Thank you very much to PLA Editions for sending me this book. The ISBN number for this is 9788412044966, and I'm sure if you do a search online you can find it, or you can look up PLA Editions on Facebook. They've got www.plaeditions.com, all one word, and they've also got a Facebook page called Abram Squad. That's ABRAMS Squad. So yeah, really, really, really chuffed. If you want to send me some more books, feel free to do so, because I love them. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Happy modelling. I really suggest, if you're into your Russian armour, go and get this book. There's some invaluable stuff. Bye for now.